नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे गुरुदेव कृपा बिंदु दिया करो दासे तृणपे कातीना गुरुदेव कृपा बिंदु दिया गुरुए दासे तृणपे काति हीना गुरुदेव गुरुदेव कृपा बिंदु दिया गुरुए दासे तृणपे कातीना सकल सामाने बल दिया करो निज माने स्प्रियाहीना सकल सामाने बल दिया करो निज माने स्प्रियाहीना गुरुदेव कृपा बिंदु दिया करो दासे तृणपे कातीना गुरुदेव सकल समान कोरिते शकति देवनाथ जत जथा सकल समान कुरिते शकति देवनाथ जत जत तबे तो गाइबो हरि नाम सुखे अपराध बेहत तब ते गाइबो हरि नाम सुखे अपराध हो बेहत तबे नो कृपा लोभियाए जन कृतार्थ होइबे नाथ कबे नो कृपा लोभियाए जना कृतार्थ होगे नाथ। शक्ति बुद्धिहीन आमी आति दीन करे मोरे आत्मसात। शक्ति बुद्धि बिंदु दिया कुरुए दासे तृणपेकाति हीना गुरुदेव श्री गुरुदेव कृपा बिंदु दिया कुरुए दासे तृणपेकाति हीना गुरुदेव।
हरे कृष्ण। ओ हे वैष्णव ठाकुर, ओ हे वैष्णव ठाकुर, दयार सागर इदासे करुणा करी। ओ हे वैष्णव ठाकुर, दयार सागर इदासे करुणा करी। दिया पद छाया शोध हे आमाय तोमार चरण धोरी। दिया पद छाया शोध हे आमाय तोमार चरण धोरे। क्षय वेग दोमी क्षय दोष शोधि क्षय गुण देवदासे। क्षय सत संग देहरे आमाय पड़ेछि संगेर आशे। ओ हे वैष्णव ठाकुर, दयार सागर इदासे करुणा करी। একাকী আমার নাহি পায় বল হরিনাম সংকীর্তনে। তুমি কৃপা করি শ্রদ্ধা বিন্দু দিয়া দেহ কৃষ্ণ নাম ধ্যানে। তুমি কৃপা করি শ্রদ্ধা বিন্দু দিয়া দেহ কৃষ্ণ নাম ধ্যানে। ও হে বৈষ্ণব ঠাকুর দয়ার সাগর এ দাসে করুণা করে। কৃষ্ণ সে তোমার কৃষ্ণ দিতে পারো তোমার শক্তি আছে। আমি তো কঙ্গাল কৃষ্ণ কৃষ্ণ বলি ধাই তব পাছে পাছে। আমি তো কঙ্গাল কৃষ্ণ কৃষ্ণ বলি ধাই তব পাছে পাছে। ও হে বৈষ্ণব ঠাকুর দয়ার সাগর এ দাসে করুণা করে। এ দাসে করুণা করে। এ দাসে করুণা করে। বড় কৃপা কইলে কৃষ্ণ অধমের প্রতি। বড় কৃপা কইলে কৃষ্ণ অধমের প্রতি। বড় কৃপা কইলে কৃষ্ণ অধমের প্রতি। কি লাগিয়া নিলে হেথা করো এ বেগতি। নিলে হেতা করো এ বেগতি। বড় কৃপা কইলে কৃষ্ণ। বড় কৃপা কইলে কৃষ্ণ অধমের প্রতি। কি লাগিয়া নিলে হেতা করো এ বেগতি। তো কৃপা কইলে কৃষ্ণ। কি লাগিয়া নিলে হেতা করো এ বেগতি। আছে কিছু কার্য তব এই অনুমানে। নাহি কেন আনিবে না এই উগ্র স্থানে আনিবে না এই উগ্র স্থানে বড় কৃপা কইলে কৃষ্ণ বড় কৃপা কইলে কৃষ্ণ রজস্তমো গুণেরা সবাই আচ্ছন্ন वासुदेव कथा रुचि नहीं से प्रसन्न तबे जदि तब कृपा होए है तुकी सकली संभव होया तुम्ही से कौतुकी बड़ो कृपा कोइले कृष्णा अधमीरा प्रति कि लागिया नीले हेता करो ए बेगति कोइले लागिया नीले हेता कि भावे भूजले तारा भुजे से रसो तो कृपा करो प्रभु कोरी निज बसो তোমার ইচ্ছায় সব হয়ে মায়া বশ তোমার ইচ্ছায় নাশ মায়ার পরশ बड़ो कृपा कोइले कृष्णा अधमीर प्रति कि लागिया नीले हेता है बेगति कोइले कृष्णा अधमीर प्रति कि लागिया हेता ए बेगति तब इच्छा होया जदि ताडेर उद्धार बुझिबे निश्चय तबे कथा से तुम्हार भगवतेर कथा से तब अवतार धीर होइया सुने जदि काने बार बार बड़ो कृपा कोइले कृष्णा अधमीर प्रति कि लागिया नीले हेता करो ये बेगति रजस्तमो हते तबे पाइबे निस्तार हृदयेर भद्र सबे गुछिबे ताहार कि करे बुझाबो कथा बारो से ही चाही ক্ষুদ্র আমি দীনহীন, কোনো শক্তি নাহি। বড় কৃপা কইলে কৃষ্ণ অধমীর প্রতি, কি লাগিয়া মিলে হেতা করো এ বেগতি। अथच এনেছো প্রভু কথা বলিবারে, যে তোমার ইচ্ছা প্রভু করো এইবারে। अखिल जगत गुरु बचन से अलंकृत करिबार क्षमता तुम्हार। बड़ो कृपा कोइले कृष्ण अधमीर प्रति, की लागिया मिले हेता करो ए बेगति। तब कृपा होले मोर कथा शुद्ध हबे, শুনিয়া সবার শোক দুঃখ যে গুছিবে। আনিয়াছ যদি প্রভু আমারে নাচাতে, নাচাও 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 প্রভু নাচাও নাচাও সে মতে। কাষ্টের পোথলি যাথা নাচাও সে মতে। বড় কৃপা কইলে কৃষ্ণ अधमीर प्रति, की लागिया मिले हेता करो ए बेगति। भक्ति नाही वेदो नाही नामे खूब डरो, भक्ति वेदांत नाम एबे सार्थक करो। बड़ो कृपा कोइले कृष्ण अधमीर प्रति, की लागिया नीले हेता करो ए बेगति। बड़ो कृपा कोइले कृष्ण
जय प्रभुपदा 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 जय प्रभुपदा। Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Prabhupada. Gurudev, 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 Gurudev. Srila Prabhupada Tirobhav Mahamahotsav ki Hare Krishna. So we welcome all of you on this most divine festival of Disappearance Day celebration of Srila Prabhupada. So today we are celebrating such a auspicious festival where we will be expressing our gratitude for innumerable gifts which we have got by Srila Prabhupada. As we all know, Lord is very kind, and the kindness of Lord manifests in various ways. The Lord comes in different times as deity. Lord comes also in form of different Leela avatars. Lord is very kind. He comes as the holy names of the Lord. But all these manifestations are introduced to us by none other than Acharyas. So, even though the Lord is so merciful, but the mercy of the Lord is manifested to us by the kindness and mercy of the Acharyas. And that's why these Acharyas are so much glorified in the scriptures. These Acharyas are so much glorified throughout the Vedic realm. There is a wonderful bhajan, all of you must be knowing. Just I will sing, you may also sing with me, just 2 lines. Tumar hriday sada Govinda Visram. Tumara hriday sada Govinda Visram. Govinda kohena mora Vaishnava para. Govinda kohena mora Vaishnava para. So this wonderful couplet explains that Tumar Hriday Sada Govinda Visram. The Lord Govinda, He is taking rest in the heart of a Vaishnava. In all other people's heart, the Lord is in very much anxiety because everyone has different desires. I want this, I want this, I want this, I want this. So as Paramatma, He is anxious to note down everyone's desire. But a Vaishnava's heart is such where Lord can peacefully recite, peacefully take rest. Why? Because a Vaishnava has no other desire. And in fact, a Vaishnava says, my Lord, please, rest assured, be peaceful. I will take your desire and do the best. Just imagine how much dear is this Vaishnava. This couplet says, Govinda kahena mora Vaishnava pran. So these Vaishnavas are pran of the Lord. Lord gives so much respect, so much love to the Vaishnavas that Lord says these Vaishnavas are my pran. And just we can imagine how much dear that Vaishnava would be by whose presence thousands and thousands and lakhs and millions of Vaishnavas are getting produced year after year, decades after decade. And that is our Srila Prabhupada. So today is one of our wonderful opportunity to express our gratitude to Srila Prabhupada for wonderful gifts which we have got. This festival is a festival of gratitude. This festival is festival of Acharya Upasana, which is one of the most important limb of bhakti. We can go directly and offer flowers to the Lord, and Lord becomes pleased. Needless to say, Lord says, Patram Pushpam Phalam Toyam. But Lord becomes much more pleased when we offer the words of gratitude to that personality because of whom we are getting connected to the Lord, we are going closer to the Lord. So today is a wonderful opportunity to express our gratitude to Srila Prabhupada, because of whom we have got bhakti, because of whose wonderful shelter we have got this ISKCON, because of whose many gifts we are here practicing Krishna consciousness. So I would like to welcome all of you in this festival of gratitude, and here our illustrious Vaishnavas who have given their lives to serve Srila Prabhupada's movement are here, who will be offering their heart's gratitude to Srila Prabhupada, and we are blessed to hear them. So I will invite one by one some of these illustrious devotees who are very, very dear to Srila Prabhupada. So first of all, I would invite His Grace Sahadev Prabhu to kindly express gratitude to Srila Prabhupada.
Namo Vishnu Padak Spruta Bhutle Srimate Vedant Swami Tinami Namaste Saraswati Deve Gaurvani Prachand Shashundhadi Pashanate. Hare Krishna. In glorification of Srila Prabhupada and for the pleasure of devotees, I want to make a small presentation. There are different criteria or parameters to the material success and spiritual success. Mortal people of this world see the success by its results, no matter how sincere one is and how much effort and labor he has put in executing the work. They see the externals and completely ignore the intention and sincerity of the person. But Krishna says that in Bhagavad Gita that no one has control over results, and therefore Krishna has complete opposite parameters for success in spiritual life and endeavor. He is not concerned with the results, success or failure, but by the intention of and sincere endeavor of the devotees. Narayan Bhavgrahi. What matters to Krishna is devotees' intention and sincerity of purpose, and Krishna sitting in the heart of everyone knows it. We see in the life of Pandavas struggle and setbacks again and again. Vasudeva, in spite of being a Kshatriya, could not protect himself and his wife and 6 children from the brutal death at the hands of the Kansa. But he is called Shaurya, courageous. Brijbasi is freed, Brijbasi faced newer and newer dangers and struggles every day from demons, but none of them ever left the shelter of Krishna, dependence on Krishna, and continued to serve Krishna in his mission. They had full faith in and hope that Krishna will protect them. This is the success of a devotee in the eyes of Krishna. Keeping this principle in mind, if we see in the life of Srila Prabhupada, he met with continued failures and extreme struggle in his life. Sometimes may be disappointed, but never undaunted in his endeavor to fulfill the instructions of his spiritual master, Sri Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, all through his struggle in India for a long period. His flourishing pharmaceutical business collapsed. His family life was in pain as they did not cooperate in preaching Krishna consciousness. Srila Prabhupada was very enthusiastic preacher, leaving no opportunity to preach anymore. Jai dekho tai karo Krishna Upadesh. His efforts to establish League of Devotees in Jhansi failed as his plans were sabotaged by local politicians and businessmen. He single-handedly started publishing and distributing the Back to Godhead magazine to make spiritual wisdom accessible to the common man, and it was a great struggle, but he never deviated in his mission. Ultimately, he settled in Vrindavan to get the blessings of the great saints. Living in Radha Damodar temple, he prayed, worshipped, studied, contemplated, and wrote all the preparations for a great mission that was beckoning him from within. And he became more focused to fulfill the mission of his spiritual master. Some devotees' perception is that Prabhupada met with total failure in India and could not make a single devotee in India. This is a completely material vision and lose sight of the fundamental principle of Krishna's vision of success in spiritual life. His failure and struggle were in fact the success because he was always sincere in his intention to serve Krishna and his spiritual master, and at no time diverted or discouraged by the failures, and was always hopeful of Krishna's mercy. This is how Srila Prabhupada demonstrated that unflinching faith, dependence, conviction, and surrender to Krishna, and that was his success. Another important principle to remember that a that a pure devotee is always under the control of Krishna and not material energy. And therefore, Srila Prabhupada being pure devotee, whatever was happening in his life was orchestrated by Krishna himself to glorify his devotees. Here is this person, 70 years old. He is going to a country where he has never been before. He does not know anybody, no money, no contacts. When he reached in a cargo ship, Jaldut at Boston, he revealed his heart to Krishna. I do not know why you have brought me here. You must have some business. You want to accomplish through me. I am completely unqualified, and you sitting in the heart of these materialist people and can make them understand the message of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. I am simply an humble instrument in your hands, and whatever way you make me dance, I will dance. Nachiyo, nachayo, nachayo. And the rest is an astonishing story. No one in the history of human history has achieved such success in a short span of time. We can understand very clearly and without doubt that the so-called failures from material perspective in India were in fact the launching pad made by Krishna to make Srila Prabhupada take a big leap of unprecedented success in Western world initially and in the due course of time throughout the world. Srila Prabhupada always has Krishna's grace and loving mercy on him. Srila Prabhupada demonstrated the unflinching faith in Krishna, in the instructions of his spiritual master and the holy name. are the fundamental principles that matters in spiritual life, and progress depends on the same. A very important lesson we learn from the Srila life is that if we are sincere in our intentions and endeavor to please Krishna and the spiritual master, no matter whether we are met with success or failure, it is all success in the eyes of Krishna. Actually, the conclusion is that simply we have to become humble servant in the hands of Krishna. And it is a very famous quotation by His Holiness Radha Maharaj, that Krishna does not see the externals, but the purpose, the motivation and the aspiration in which the work is done. So I thank you, Srila Prabhupada, for everything you have done for us, and to show our gratitude to you. And now it is our duty to share it with others and to please you. Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Guruji. Thank you very much for touching the core of Srila Prabhupada's success, and that is, he was always in the hands of Guru and Krishna, always internally very, very sincere to please the desire of a spiritual master, and always in the hands of Krishna. Thank you, Prabhuji. Now I would request Her Grace Radha Priya Mataji to kindly express her words of gratitude, and then we will be singing Jayanilo Premadhana.
Hare Krishna, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Today we all have gathered to glorify Srila Prabhupada because he has done so much in his lifetime. So just want to try my humble attempt. Today everyone is running after celebrities and famous people and imitating them. But Srila Prabhupada is the biggest celebrity in this world, because even after 47 years of his departure, millions of people are following him. Most of the people talk about themselves, boast about their achievements, and they take lots of pride in that. But Srila Prabhupada achieved so much in his life, but spoke only about Lord Krishna and his Guru Maharaj. Lots of billionaires and famous people build big mansions for themselves, while Srila Prabhupada, he built a house in which the whole world can live. Today everyone expects respect from themselves and crave for attention. But Srila Prabhupada commanded respect, never demanded respect. He changed everyone's heart with his love and kindness. We don't get so much pleasure or joy glorifying anyone, famous personality, but glorifying Srila Prabhupada is so pleasing, so satisfying to the heart. This is my humble attempt. Please forgive my offenses. Jai Srila Prabhupada.
Thank you, Mataji, for touching the heart of Srila Prabhupada and all of us by your wonderful sweet offering. Now I would request Radhesh Lalpo to kindly sing Jayanilo Premadhana. And then next afterwards, Krishna Chandrapur to give voice offering.
ध्येयानिलो प्रेमधन करुणा प्रचो ध्येयानिलो प्रेमधन करुणा प्रचो हेन प्रभु कोथा गेला आचार्य ठाकुर हेन प्रभु कोथा गेला आचार्य ठाकुर कहा मोरा स्वरूप रूप कहाँ सनातन कहा मोरा स्वरूप रूप कहाँ सनातन कहाँ दास रघुनाथ पतित पावन कहाँ मोरा भट जुग कहाँ कबीरा कहाँ मोरा भट जुग कहाँ कबीरा एक काले कोथा गेला कोरा नटरा पाषाणे कुटिब माथा आनले पाशिब गौरंग गुणेरा निधि कोठा गेले पाबो से सब संगेरा संगे जे कोई लो बिला से सब संगीरा संगे जे कोई लो बिला से संग न पाइया कंदे नरोत्तमदास से संग न पाइया कंदे नरोत्तमदास जयानी लो प्रेमा धन करुणा प्रचो हेनो प्रभु को था गेला आचार्य ठाकुर नीलो प्रेमा धन करुणा प्रचो जय वैष्णव ठाकुर वैष्णव ठाकुर वैष्णव ठाकुर जय वैष्णव ठाकुर जय प्रभुपदा 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 जय प्रभुपदा हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल गौर हरि बोल जय निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे शील प्रभुपाद की।
Thank you, Radhislallu, for singing this beautiful bhajan. Now I request His Grace Krishna Chandra Prabhu to kindly offer gratitude to Srila Prabhupada. And next I would request Anusuya Mataji to kindly be ready.
Hare Krishna. So glorifying Srila Prabhupada, as we all know, is such a pleasurable, sweet occasion. Everyone hankers for it. But the amazing thing is that every year that we hear others also speak about Prabhupada, then more and more different intensities, more and more realizations, more and more understanding of the same subject. Many of the stories, many of the events we know, but we see it in a different light, and that is why his glories will be eternal. So I've just thought of a few pivotal issues which really stand out. When Prabhupada, we say he's a visionary. What he sees in people or in events, nobody else sees. And then many years later, we try to connect the dots. So starting in the beginning, we know he went to, in 1965, he boarded the Jaladut for 9 months after he reached there, struggling so hard. In June, he went to Matchless Gift, June of 66. He had hardly 15, maybe 12 or 15 devotees who were coming. Some of them didn't even stay long. And that time he formed ISKCON in July of 66. Can you imagine at that stage, and that too calling International Society for Krishna Consciousness. So those devotees were like children, no? They whatever the father says, they do. They didn't understand what is going on. Whoever was present was just made the trustee or the settler, and their names were put in. The lawyer who came there. He was asked to give some donation, and he was also roped in. So one would think that it was just an ad hoc thing, but you see now see the 7 principles of ISKCON. Not a word has changed, and every year you see so much meaning. So that is one instance. When His Holiness Jayapataka Maharaj joined in the early days, in 1969, early 70, he was serving in the US, and Srila Prabhupada, 3 times he wrote to him, as he used to write to many devotees, in those first 6 months. And what he wrote to him, he told him that, I want you to come to India. Achyutanand, who's in India, he will be sending you a visa, but you wait for a long-term visa. Don't go for short-term. He kept on repeating. He's saying, he will send you a short-term visa, don't take it. I have many big things for you, so you wait for it. So he made him wait for 6 months, and then he came here, he learned Bengali, and you see what is happening in Mayapur. This is incredible. What did he see in him? Why did he pick him? He said, you come and he kept telling him 3 times. The last was, I think, September of 670. And then he got his visa, and then he came here. Also the Rath Yatra, when Malti Mataji found those small deities and brought it to Prabhupada, and Prabhupada paid obeisances to them. Such a small, tiny one she found in some shop. And then Prabhupada from that he asked Shyamsundar Prabhu, who was a carpenter who knew very well, and then he made 3 feet deities. And what made him feel that in the streets of New York or San Francisco they started, Montreal, Sweden, everywhere. Now there are in hundreds of cities. The Rath Yatra is the premier event of the year, especially for Hindus. Thousands of people go down the streets. And Prabhupada just found that such a strong bond that he felt that people will be relating to it. But that was just incredible when you see that this first one was in 1968, and now we are in almost 60 years later. Then Mayapur city itself, when Prabhupada came, nobody had even heard of Mayapur. Not a single devotee had heard of it. Even I had never heard of Mayapur, even though we joined much later. Prabhupada comes there, it is so inaccessible, very difficult to go to Mayapur from Kolkata. And then there when they went, His Holiness Bhakti Purushottam Maharaj joined in 78, and he said there were only 30 devotees. So when Prabhupada went in 1972, when he took the devotees there, when they got the land, there were hardly 8-10 devotees. And there were many snakes, many mosquitoes, scorpions, horrible staying conditions, very austere. What did he see? And he immediately called it the international headquarters of the world. International headquarters. Devotees didn't know what is happening, but this was their sincerity. They said, whatever he says is fine. And now we see that, today, if you go to, I just came back last night, and, you cannot imagine seeing lakhs of people. Just now, our 10,000 are just a small drop, because especially on the weekend, there's no place to move. You can't even enter the temple hall, from morning till night. So, and it's not just only this week, every week. And the last point I wanted to mention was His Holiness Bhakti Charu Maharaj. He came from Bengal. He had a wonderful history. He went to Germany. He was working there, and then somehow he came. Prabhupada left the planet in November 77. Bhakti Charu Maharaj met him for the first time in January 77. What did he see in him that he gave him the first, second, and sannyas all together? He made him his servant. He made him his cook. He made him his Bengali translator. He gave so much of his love and attention. And Bhakti Charu Maharaj has been, we all know, such an enormous leadership contribution that he made. So these are some of the things that which we can just keep on reflecting. We'll never understand. How can you understand the mind of a pure devotee? How he's connected to Krishna, just like in his prayer that we read. What made him speak and sing this and write this in Boston before he reached Boston? And it was just a conversation between him and Krishna. There may be so many moods. So we will never understand our good fortune being in Srila Prabhupada's shelter. And as Radha mentioned, that he built a house in which the whole world can live. So I feel extremely fortunate to be associated in his movement with all you glorious devotees and his disciples, grand disciples. And so today is a very auspicious day. Jai Srila Prabhupada.
Thank you, Prabhuji, for bringing out one of the most important qualities of a leader, that is visionary. What they see, many times not many people able to see, but later they realize, whoa, wow, what he was seeing at that particular moment, today it is manifesting everywhere. So thank you, Prabhuji, for bringing out Srila Prabhupada's vision, his visionary quality. Now I would request Anusuya Mataji to kindly offer her verbal offerings, and meanwhile I would request Sachidanand Prabhu to be ready.
So, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. I am actually no qualification to speak actually at all. But since just something very simple and very personal realizations of my basic, my intelligence is very, very low level. Whatever I have been able to, something very simple, I will just speak of my. So, as a child, most of our summer vacations and Diwali vacations were spent in the city of Mathura, where we have a family home over there. And we have a deity, about 150 years old, deity of Srinathji called Pratapi Thakur. Pratapi Thakur because we've witnessed a lot of miracles of the Lord there, Girdhari Lalji. So, during one such visit, in the Kartik month of Diwali, when we had gone to our grandparents' home in Mathura, that was a time when my grandfather, who would have been probably the same age as Srila Prabhupada then, and he suggested and he asked my father that why don't you take your children this time to Vrindavan and show him the Angrezon Wala Mandir. That was how it had become famous, because there would be a lot of foreigners dancing. Open, the temple was very, basic, and it was in the open, and the main attraction over there was, the highlight was a synchronized aarti taking place on all the three altars, which was very unusual. The beautiful dressing of the deities, the beautiful seva, and the strict protocols of the seva which would be followed over there, which were actually vanishing in most of the temples across India. And that was when Prabhupada actually revived all of it. And that was the time when I call it as my first meeting with Prabhupada. Probably it was 1977 or 1976. I'm not sure, because I was still a child then. So it was not actually a meeting, but it was the first impression, or the first meeting only, when we saw the calm and poised lifelike statue of Srila Prabhupada that left us truly enamored. That was my first introduction to Srila Prabhupada's world. Every time I look at Srila Prabhupada, he's like a grandfather to me. Srila Prabhupada, with a similar heavy baritone voice, very similar bhajan singing style of my grandfather, similar skin tone, similar devotion, dedication to Krishna. And having seen those strict parameters of seva at my own parental home, my grandfather's house, my father was in awe of the strict protocols of seva that were being followed at Vrindavan then and later on at the Radha Gopinath temple when we started visiting this temple in 1988. And subconsciously, a child always carries the father's instructions and impressions all his life. And that is how I have imbibed. Like if my father was in awe of the seva, it was just subtly, subconsciously carried over in my mind. Time and again, we have seen how several special souls have taken birth to become saints, sadhus, to elevate the consciousness of mankind, to spread devotion and love of God. Srila Prabhupada was one such soul, an extremely special messenger of the Lord, specially empowered by the grace of his own Guru and by the Lord himself to ignite the fire of Krishna consciousness across the globe. We've heard several stories, we've read the Lilamrit. The Bhakti era of the 16th century was a blessed time with several saints who appeared then and who preached Prem Bhakti to the Lord. And then it was only Srila Prabhupada who actually revived the Sanatan Dharma. This is my personal belief, and I'm sure everybody will agree with it. He revived the Sanatan Dharma with all the depth of its deep ocean of knowledge, along with the protocols for the various forms of services, deity service, the way of living a devotee life at home, making care, concern, and compassion an integral form of our lives, and teaching us the ideal way to lead a brahmachari or a grihastha life. Prabhupada Lilamrit talks in length about his struggles, and each one of us can understand that his journey and his life was nothing short of a miracle, that once across the seas he preached to those who were rebels, who would have had a generation gap with him, but he not only changed their hearts, but he also taught them the deep philosophy of Sanatan Dharma and engaged them in variety of activities ranging from book distribution, fundraising, managerial services as mentioned, deity service, cooking, and most importantly, involved them into preaching too. He was mother, father, brother, friend, guru, guide. We call them a life coach, as we call them now, to his disciples, all in one. He was Prabhupada, as the name suggests, surrendered to the feet of the Lord, Prabhu ke charanon mein arpit. And he groomed and pruned each of his disciples as a gardener does and offered them as flowers at the lotus feet of Lord. True to his name, flowers of different colors, but infused with the same fragrance of Krishna Prem and Krishna Bhakti. Srila Prabhupada's life is full of stories of hope, enthusiasm, determination, and vision. He saw hope in every step. He had no money, nobody had any faith in him or believed in what he was setting out to do. He faced health issues, faced people who were considered uncivilized by society or whom we would fear to communicate with if we met any such people now. But the excitement, his faith in Krishna's plan and his faith in his Guru's mercy was so strong that when initially, even if a handful of people came to his kirtan, he was elated like a child. Nothing deterred him or his faith. What a lesson for the youth of today who want to give up or feel dejected and hopeless when things do not happen their way. Srila Prabhupada, you live on through your books. Till date, The Science of Self-Realization remains the top question and answer book for simple answers to understand the goal of our existence. You live on, Srila Prabhupada, in the strong legacy of deity worship or keeping Krishna at the center of our daily activities. And most importantly, you live on through our own Guru Maharaj as we see your reflections in him, as he tirelessly and most enthusiastically continues to serve the mission of Krishna consciousness with the same dedication. O Krishna, thank you for being so merciful, having brought me under this huge umbrella of Srila Prabhupada that is being held so firmly by my Guru Maharaj now. Hare Krishna. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Mataji. You brought so many qualities of Srila Prabhupada. It looked like wonderful garland of qualities which you offered to all of us by your wonderful words. Thank you very much. Now I'd request Sachidanand Prabhu, and meanwhile, we would request Sankirtan Prabhu, if he is here, to kindly be ready.
Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So I will just be reading so that, I don't digress too much. So we are all here today due to the immense sacrifice and love of Srila Prabhupada. We can't imagine, where any of us or all of us would have been if it was not for maybe a contact with devotee or what Prabhupada has created an ecosystem for us. So though Srila Prabhupada is no longer with us, he still lives in his books, teachings, and examples of his, devotees who are there. What we see is Srila Prabhupada's achievements: spiritual literature, beautiful temples, wonderful prasadam, farm communities, Govindas. But what we don't see is the struggle which he went through. It was a lifetime of preparation. 6 years he spent in Radha Damodar temple alone, meditating on his life's mission to preach in the West. And this was all based on what his Guru Maharaj had told him in 1922. What we don't see is that when everyone was sleeping, Srila Prabhupada was awake and translating. What we don't see is his struggle when he came to America and had no success for a period of time. And then he started the movement on the Lower East Side. As is mentioned, one of the worst places to actually be is in New York, is the Lower East Side. What we don't see is that after he became a disciple of Srila Bhakti Siddhant, he spent the next 32 years preparing for his journey west. Because his Guru Maharaj, when he met him the first time, gave him the instruction that, you are an English-speaking educated person, why don't you go and preach in the West in English language? And Prabhupada could not understand the instructions at that time. So all this truly reflects a few of the glorious qualities of Srila Prabhupada, which we can all appreciate. We are in awe of that, and we should try to imbibe in our own lives. One is the implicit faith in the words of his Guru Maharaj. He was given instructions in 1922. He could not understand, why he's been given the instructions that he has, he should go and preach in English language in the West. But somehow or the other, he kept it in his heart. He could not understand, but he kept it in his heart. And after 32 years of, hard preparation is where he revealed his, mission. Austerities. He did unbelievable amount of austerities simply to satisfy the desire of his spiritual master. He was very comfortable in Radha Damodar temple in Vrindavan, but he still had a burning desire to execute the order of his spiritual master. He struggled. We cannot imagine the sort of struggles he went through. He struggled with failed businesses, difficulty in family life. BTG itself was a big struggle in terms of printing, distribution, and then his journey on the Jaladuta, heart attack, seasickness, but he kept persisting and moving forward. He was totally surrendered to the instructions of his Guru Maharaj and the will of the Lord. 3, love, compassion, and tolerance. He was discouraged, he was provoked so many times, but he tolerated all that because he had a larger mission to fulfill. The burning desire to spread the teachings of pure love, bhakti, to people who had completely no knowledge about it. Risk-taking. He was discouraged not to go to America. I think Swamiji was 69 years old. What will you do there? You don't know anybody there. It's going to be cold. You will die there. But Srila Prabhupada took the risk. When he left India, he had 40 rupees and just a suitcase of his translations, which were there. But he was carrying Krishna within his heart. And the entire culture of bhakti, which he basically transmitted to a place which had completely no knowledge of that. He proved that age is not a factor for preaching and spreading Krishna consciousness. At the age of 69, when the general population is retired, they have nothing forward to look to, he went to the west, to an unknown land. When he disembarked from the ship, he did not know whether he has to go left or right. He had no great contacts in US. But in the next 10 years, he traveled the globe 14 times, opened 108 temples, and profusely kept translating. So one of Srila Prabhupada's most significant contributions is perhaps his books. He authored over 70 volumes on the Krishna Bhakti tradition, which are highly respected by scholars for their authority, depth, fidelity of tradition, and clarity. Several of his books are now textbooks in colleges. His writings have been translated in 76 languages. So on this occasion, I would like to sincerely and profusely thank and offer my gratitude to Srila Prabhupada for giving us this understanding. At least we have some basic understanding about the goal of life. And without that, we don't know where we would have been. And he has created an entire ecosystem for us, made it so easy to actually, practice now bhakti, because we see so many examples around us. So Srila Prabhupada will forever live in his books, in his teachings, in his instructions. And I pray to Srila Prabhupada to keep us engaged in his service. Jai Srila Prabhupada.
Thank you, Sachidanand Prabhu, for bringing out such beautiful points that how much we see the success externally, but we don't see how much struggles Srila Prabhupada went through, how many risks he took, how he was so much connected with Srila Prabhupada, his spiritual master. Thank you, Guruji, for bringing out the beautiful qualities to always churn. Now I would request His Grace Sankirtan Poo to kindly offer the verbal offerings, and meanwhile, I would request Dalita Priya Mataji to be ready.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. So, first of all, I'm very grateful to Srila Prabhupada. Hare. And I'm also very grateful to his father, Gaur Mohan Dev, for for giving Krishna consciousness since his childhood, and also to Sri Narendra Malik, who pulled Srila Prabhupada to meet Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, his eternal Guru. Because if he would not be persistent to pull Srila Prabhupada to the lotus feet of his spiritual master, probably we would not be here. So we can see that the first meeting with his spiritual master, how much impact it has created all over the world. In 1922, when India was under the subjugation of British rule, it was a really revolutionary thought to emphasize on Krishna consciousness urgency of Krishna consciousness. And Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur Maharaj was very much convinced that today's need is Krishna consciousness. That is the urgent thing. Other things can wait, but Krishna consciousness cannot wait. So, Srila Prabhupada at that time, he mentioned so many times that he was not ready. And he argued with his spiritual master also. But in his heart, he understood that the message of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is in the right hands. And the instructions given by his spiritual master, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur Maharaj, two important instructions are very, very important. One is going to the West and giving the message of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And if you ever get money, you print books. These are the two instructions which Srila Prabhupada followed almost till his last breath. And we can see that how his life evolved after meeting his spiritual master. Although he was a family person at that time, he could not immediately join his movement. But he never forgot the instructions given, and he always wanted how he was always meditating that how he can fulfill those instructions. And his connection with Mumbai is also very, very significant, especially when it came to preaching in the West. Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur Maharaj always wanted to focus on Mumbai, because Mumbai is somewhat closer to West, and Mumbai was also becoming westernized. So if we can preach in Mumbai, if we can focus on Mumbai, it will be relatively easy to preach in West. So there are some historical accounts in which it is mentioned that in 1933, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur Maharaj came to very close here, behind our temple, Babulnath Road. They had rented some apartment and where they had started Gaudiya Math Center. And in Babulnath Mandir, Lord Shiva's Mandir, they had Kirtan also. And in that same year, something around April, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Maharaj sent Bon Maharaj to West to preach Krishna consciousness. It is mentioned that in 1927, Srila Prabhupada first came to Mumbai, and whenever he used to come to Mumbai, he used to stay in Empire Hindu Hotel near CST. Now, something it is not there, that's what is mentioned, but he used to stay in that building. In 1934, they moved that Gaudiya Math Center to somewhere Proctor Road, and there they had one building is there. So there they shifted, and they were operating there. They were having kirtans and all. Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur Maharaj also had come in 1934, and in 1935 they moved to Srila Prabhupada helped to move to near Gwalior tank, Kalyandas building. And there they had kind of permanent place where Gaudiya Math was there since 1936 till 1992. Later they moved to Bandra, Gandhinagar. So Srila Prabhupada, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur Maharaj always was meditating who will go to West, and he was discussing with some of his disciples, because in 1934 he found that Bhavan Maharaj did not get so much success in preaching in West, and they were guessing who would go to West. And some names came, and Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur Maharaj said that Abhay Charan, he will go. That time there was no clue that whether he will go or not. He was householder, he was having his business and all. But that was a prophecy Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur Maharaj made. And he always, almost every time, he insisted that he should go. And in 1935, Srila Prabhupada came to Mumbai with his brother and was staying. And he was helping Gaudiya Math, all the activities, preaching activities, and they were also very impressed by Abhay Charan, that he is doing such nice preaching, he should become the president of the Gaudiya Math. But Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur Maharaj said, no, let him do whatever he is doing. In due course of time, he will do everything. So we can see that how much his guru had his faith in him. There is one thing that we have faith in Guru, his instructions, and we follow those instructions sincerely. But how much Guru has faith in Srila Prabhupada? That is something very amazing. And whenever it came to spreading the message, writing the books, Srila Prabhupada chose Srimad Bhagavatam. Why he chose, I also don't know, but he understood that this is the essence of all the scriptures. It is the Grantha-avatar. The Lord has incarnated in the book form, in the Shastra form, and especially for Kali Yuga, this Srimad Bhagavatam is solution for all the problems. In 1936, Srila Prabhupada was preaching, and there is one article in Bombay Chronicle that there he had one program in that Gwalior tank place, and that small clipping had come in that newspaper. It was a weekly kind of Bombay Chronicle, and it was mentioned that Srila Prabhupada's talk, and the topic was the science of Sanatana Dharma. And Srila Prabhupada was speaking on Srimad Bhagavatam. So we can understand that how much Srila Prabhupada had faith that if he had to bring back the Vedic culture, the eternal principles of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, then Srimad Bhagavatam is the only book which has solution for all the problems. And then later we see that how there was a gap. We may think that there was not much success, and how Sadhguru Prabhu rightly pointed out that his sincerity and following the instructions of spiritual master was a success. What a brilliant meditation and thought. Very nice, very grateful to Sadhguru Prabhu for that realization. And that is true actually. That was not a failure, what he did in India before leaving to West. It was not a failure. He was always meditating that how to bring Krishna consciousness on a larger scale to all people of the world. it was not just limited to some section of the society or our country, but he expanded that consciousness to all over the world. And we can see that even in spite of getting so much criticism, so much opposition, so many challenges in various places, Srila Prabhupada was successful. That was a success. And before going to West also in 1964, Srila Prabhupada had come to Mumbai, and he was looking for accommodation, and somewhere at Prem Kutir, they used to give free accommodations to the sadhus. And it is mentioned in Srila Prabhupada Lilamrita that how Srila Prabhupada stayed there for raising funds. He did not have money, just to sell the books and raise the funds for going to West. In 1965, sometime in the beginning, again he came to Mumbai, and he wanted all the legal documents to be completed before going to US. And he met the librarian of Jai Hind College, and he gave his books to put in the library. And those books were put in Jai Hind College library, and he helped to meet some other people. In 1970, again Srila Prabhupada came to India after starting some kind of movement in West. He came to India again. He never forgot India. He wanted that Indians should take to Krishna consciousness. And also charity begins at home. And we see that how Srila Prabhupada had come to India, he had brought some of his Western disciples, and amongst them was prominent was His Holiness Giriraj Swami Maharaj. And they were very close from this place, Marine Drive, Shaksiriya House, Kailash Shaksiriya House, they were staying. And just by looking at those white people, Indians were getting so much attracted. They were thinking that how these people have become devotees of Krishna. They have become Vaishnavas, they have become Brahmanas. So that was a big surprise for them. And in 1971, we know that how there was another huge event happened just close by to our place, Cross Maidan. And we know what happened after that. 1973, Srila Prabhupada came to Bharatiya Vidya Bhavans, just opposite road, opposite lane. And there he had a talk. And while climbing down from the steps, he made another prophecy that let there be some Krishna temple here. And we see that we are here now. So we can see that there are so many amazing things happening. And just few days before I was meditating on that part also, that how Srila Prabhupada is holy places personified. Usually we go to holy places to get purified, to get the mood of holy places. But what is the meaning of going to holy places? It is not just going and taking a bath in some holy river or worshipping some deities, but to follow the instructions of those devotees who are staying in the holy places, pure devotees. Srila Prabhupada followed the instructions of his spiritual master as his life and soul. And he was staying in holy places. He was staying in Vrindavan, preparing for going to the West. And he became so much absorbed in fulfilling the instructions of his spiritual master that he became holy places personified. And not only he gave that mood of holy places all over the world, but he created holy places all over the world. He said that these ISKCON temples, Hare Krishna temples are in Vaikuntha. They are not other than holy places. In the form of temples, he made holy places. In the form of his disciples, he made holy places, those who are moving holy places, and he wrote books which are holy places, personified. And of course, he had tremendous faith in the chanting of the holy name, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. So I'm very grateful to Srila Prabhupada on this day for giving shelter in one such holy place. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Guru, for bringing out such deep qualities of Srila Prabhupada, that how he is holy places personified, and how many times we go to our gurus, we have great respect to gurus, but how much Guru has a special faith in his disciple in form of Srila Prabhupada. Thank you very much, Prabhupada, such a deep appreciation of Srila Prabhupada. Now I'd request Lalita Priya Mataji to kindly offer the verbal offerings, and meanwhile I would request Gaurang Priya Prabhu to kindly be ready.
Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Dear Srila Prabhupada, you have given us, by the way of this institution called ISKCON, that which was greatly wanted by people in their lives. But there was no single person who could organize it like you. The most important thing you have given is chanting a minimum of 16 rounds of Hare Krishna mantra, especially for the age of Kali. Traditionally, everybody does some form of worship, but it is not regulated. Again, you have given one single focus, that is Krishna. Of course, God is known by so many names, but you have emphasized by theory that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead and no one else in our hands. Reading it would be still far away. Srimad Bhagavatam, the Amala Puran, would be some vague literature. Even now, people not familiar with ISKCON ask what is the difference between Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam. The crest jewel of Chaitanya Charitamrit would not have been even seen by us in our dream. Left to ourselves, we would have gone to a few places of traditional importance with family. But such yatras all over India and such holy places like Badrinath, Gangotri, etc., and places like Rameshwaram, Kanyakumari, and so many others would hardly have been accessed by us. What to speak of Mayapur? So many have not even heard the name of Mayapur. It is such a spiritually potent place. One can experience the spiritual world in Mayapur. Then what to speak of services like deity dressing, cooking, garland making, and so many other services that keeps us on our toes, fully absorbed, effectively, leaving no room for idle activities like watching movies or watching television and wasting precious time. Above all, when we come to ISKCON temple, we get such pure association of devotees. We become part of a wonderful family of Vaishnavas and Vaishnavis. We feel fulfilled. Srila Prabhupada, you have actually delivered the spiritual kingdom here in the material world. Srila Prabhupada, you are the bridge between the material world that is full of suffering and the spiritual world which is full of bliss. The lifestyle of Ekadashi fasting, Chaturmas, chanting Gayatri mantras, etc., are like gate pass to the spiritual world. Your books are uplifting the fallen souls. Your glories are endless. Words fail in conveying my gratitude. Thank you, Prabhupada, for giving us a wonderful Guru in our life. My humble, grateful obeisances at your lotus feet. Thank you.
Thank you, Mataji, for bringing out such beautiful gems which Srila Prabhupada has given to all of us, through which we can be absorbed in Srila Prabhupada's mercy every moment. Thank you. Now, as I request Gaurang Priyapo to kindly give the verbal offerings, I would also request Anand Gopalpu to be ready.
Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki. So in Srimad Bhagavatam, in the first canto, a beautiful translation comes by Srila Prabhupada, Tadvag Visargo Janatag Viplavo. It says that the literature which is full of descriptions of transcendental glories can bring a revolution in the impious lives of world's misdirected civilization. I just want to share 3 small incidences of how the revolution happens, because for me, first time the whole word revolution made sense when I take shelter of the words of Srila Prabhupada. In this year, 2 miracles I observed. I was in one small town in Rajasthan, and we were distributing Bhagavad Gitas, the Gita competition, for 2 days in 15 schools, one after another. So we were not, why I'm mentioning this 15 schools, we were not paying any attention to giving our contact detail. We were just distributing Gita, and we said, we'll come next month, we'll give awards, etc. One child took Bhagavad Gita to his home and he gave to his father. His father started desperately calling and trying to find out who is that person, who are the people who came and distributed this Gita. And in one day, he called one person, he gave another contact, he gave another contact. He made 10 different contacts, 10 different calls to find out who is that person, and finally reached to me. I was staying in somebody's house. And he was so eager. And he came, can I come and meet you? I said, yeah, come. Nobody comes to meet anyway. Somebody should come. So he came. We were very happy. He was, almost showing the Ashtasatvik Vikar, ecstatic symptoms, because this man was not finding any association of devotees, but he became devotee just by hearing Srila Prabhupada's lectures. And I was wondering, in the current age, when the society is so distracted, for somebody to sit and hear the classes, and that also, think about, in the current age, to find out Srila Prabhupada's class and hear day after day. And just by hearing, he said, the only thing I want to hear is Srila Prabhupada's classes. And I was wondering, when we have Monday class, many times the audience is not full, But Srila Prabhupada's words, if taken shelter of properly, it just gave me such a depth of the understanding that how much revolution it can create. And that devotee was telling, he said, just come here and I will support in all possible ways. We want to make this whole town into devotee, and Srila Prabhupada's words to reach out every place because people are misguided by this leader and that leader, and he went on describing. One incident. Second incident, same year. It was like Srila Prabhupada reminding me that please take shelter of these books. This one person through my Instagram account got in touch with me and he said, can I call you? And the way he wrote a long message, I could sense that he's a very sincere person. So I said, okay, let's connect. And he connected. And he said that I have almost heard every lecture of Srila Prabhupada. And he said, the only thing I hear, he's standing 16 rounds. I said, how you became devotee, how you got into 16 rounds. He said, the only thing I hear is Srila Prabhupada's classes. Now, he's a young boy, only 20 years old, and what attracts him and captivates him is Srila Prabhupada's classes. And it has created such a revolution in his heart. The only thing he desires now, he said, the only thing I want to do in my life is dedicate my life full time to the mission of Srila Prabhupada. So I was so inspired and encouraged. So this is somebody connecting right in the initial days. And the third thing I want to share from my reflection, somebody practicing for a few decades, I was thinking for many of us who are practicing few decades, it's easy to come and start chanting 16 rounds and start reading books, and everything is new. But to keep the consistency of quality of the same path year after year, decade after decade. So I was remembering one bhajan of Srila Bhakti Vinod Thakur where he says, Jnana karma thaga dui more pratariyaloi. He says, there are two highway robbers which always take me away from the path of bhakti. One is my own speculative tendencies, and karma, desire to have fruitive activity, some material advancement, etc. These two things always steal away from the path of bhakti, my consciousness. So he's praying that please help me. So I was thinking the only thing which can really protect us to continue on the path of bhakti consistently year after year is only if we take shelter of Srila Prabhupada's purports, which really create a revolution in the misdirected, impious lives, because we always tend to get misdirected by our impious tendencies. So I always feel extremely grateful that in this life got the shelter of Srila Prabhupada's purports, which again and again pull me back to the proper process of bhakti and prevent from being hijacked by the highway robbers. Thank you very much. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Thank you, Gaurang Priya Prabhu, for bringing out one of the most essential blessings of Srila Prabhupada, that is his purports, and through which Srila Prabhupada is blessing the entire humanity and for all time to come. Now I would request Anand Gopal to kindly.
Jai Srila Prabhupada, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to you. I often ask this question to myself. Where would I have been without you, Srila Prabhupada? What would I have been doing without you in my life? Without you, there would have been no purpose in the life. I would have wasted the most precious moments, the gift of this human life. And if I need to be honest, Srila Prabhupada, I would have surely broken 3 out of the 4 regulative principles. As I was reading the pastimes of the Damodar Leela, in which Lord Krishna brings down those twin Arjuna trees, and then you have Nala Kubera and Manigriva seeing Krishna face to face. So Narad Muni's mercy in their lives helped them to see Krishna face to face. Srila Prabhupada, you appeared in my life and in the life of millions of people. As Narad Muni, every morning we are able to see Krishna face to face here in this temple. Now this temple has come because of the prophecy, the prediction that you made when you had come to the Bharti Vidya Bhavan, and you pointed your cane towards the 7 km Munshi Marg, and you said, let there be a temple here. So your desire to have a temple here at 7 km Munshi Marg has manifested in this beautiful Shri Radha Gopinath temple, where hundreds and thousands of people come here and are able to see Krishna face to face. Thank you, Srila Prabhupada, for your mercy which has come down in the form of so many different ways. You created this wonderful organization, ISKCON, which guides so many souls to find the purpose of their lives. The most amazing books written by you, which have shown light to people who have been in darkness. The most compassionate and loving devotees who are always there to give association and hold our hands. The list is endless, Prabhupada, and I'm extremely grateful and feel blessed to have received your mercy in my life. Today, Srila Prabhupada, I would like to express my gratitude to you for allowing me to serve in a very unique way. I would like to share to everyone here that Srila Prabhupada, by your blessings, we are creating an app called Gita Habits, which will assist devotees to develop habits of connecting with the Gita in their daily lives. The app will connect them to assist them to connect with Gita while doing their daily routines like drinking water, walking down the staircase, using their mobiles, wearing their clothes, watching the time on their watch, and many more things. So Srila Prabhupada, this app will be launched in a month's time and will be supporting both Indian and foreign languages. On this most auspicious day, Srila Prabhupada, I'm seeking your blessings so that I can serve the devotees through this app. Thank you, Srila Prabhupada, and eternally grateful to you for everything. Your eternal servant, Jai Srila Prabhupada.
Thank you very much, Anand Gopal Prabhu, for offering Srila Prabhupada beautiful words of gratitude and also a wonderful app through which all of us in our current time can always remember the essence of Gita, very, very important slokas of Gita, for which Srila Prabhupada has given so much time and energy. As it is said, Hari Ananta, Hari Gatha Ananta, Lord's qualities are infinite. Similarly, His wonderful and dear Srila Prabhupada's qualities are also infinite. With a limited time, we cannot touch all the qualities, but we are fortunate that we could hear wonderful qualities by so many devotees. So now, continuing the program, I would request the next part of the program where we will be offering Puspanjali to Srila Prabhupada. We offered just now through our words gratitude, the form through which we offered our heart to Srila Prabhupada, the words of gratitude. Now we will be offering flowers to Srila Prabhupada, and for this we request His Grace Prem Kishore Prabhu to lead the Puspanjali prayers. As Prabhuji will be singing Puspanjali prayers, the flowers will be reaching to you, and Prabhuji will be guiding how to do the Puspanjali.
Hare Krishna. So we will offer the Pushpanjali prayers. Everybody is requested not to shower the flowers. They can come after we chant the Pushpanjali mantra 3 times. They can deposit the flowers in the empty baskets that will be circulated. सभी भक्तों से निवेदन है कि पुष्पांजलि के उपरांत जो हम फूल श्रील प्रभुपाद को चढ़ाने वाले हैं वो फेंके नहीं, वहाँ पे आपके सामने एक खाली कटोरी आएगी, उसमें डालिएगा। ओम अज्ञान तिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जना शलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपः कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम् वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरोः श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजाता सहगण रघुनाथा वितां तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादा सहगणललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिन्निति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती नामिने श्रीवार्षभानवी देवी दयिताय कृपाब्धये कृष्ण संबंध विज्ञान दायिने प्रभवे नमः माधुर्योज्वल प्रेमाढ्य श्रीरूपानुग भक्तिदा श्री गौर करुणा शक्ति विग्रहाय नमोस्तुते नमस्ते गौरवाणी श्रीमूर्तये दीनतारिणे रूपानुगा विरुद्धाप सिद्धांत ध्वांतहारिणे नमो गौर किशोराय साक्षात् वैराग्य मूर्तये विप्रलंबार सांबोधे पदंबुजायते नमः नमो भक्ति विनोदाय सच्चिदानंद नामिने गौर शक्ति स्वरूपाय रूपानुगावरायते गौरविर्भाव भूमेस्त्वं निर्देष्टा सज्जन प्रिया वैष्णवा सार्वभौम श्री जगन्नाथाय ते नमः वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः नमो महावदन्याय कृष्ण प्रेम प्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्ण चैतन्य नाम्ने गौरत्विषे नमः पंचतत्वात्मकं कृष्णं भक्तरूप स्वरूपका भक्तावतारं भक्ताख्यं नमामि भक्त शक्तिका हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधो दीनबंधो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कांता राधा कांत नमोस्तुते जयतां सुरतो पंगो मम मंदमतेर्गति मत्सर्वस्वपदाम्भोजो राधा मदन मोहनो दिव्याद्वृन्दारण्यकल्पद्रुमादः श्रीमद्रत्नागार सिंहासनस्थो श्रीमद् राधा श्रील गोविंद देवो प्रेष्ठालिभिः सेव्यमानां स्मरामि श्रीमान रासरसारम्भी वंशिवट तटस्थिता कर्षण वेणु स्वनिर्गोपी गोपीनाथ श्रियेस्तु नः तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे. We'll offer Puspanjali. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Esha Pushpanjali Srila Prabhupada Tirubha Mahamohotsava ki Srila Prabhupada ki Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Esha Pushpanjali Srila Prabhupada Tirubha Mahotsava ki Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Esha Pushpanjali Srila Prabhupada Tirubha Mahamohotsava ki Srila Prabhupada ki, Jagadguru Srila Prabhupada ki.
Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Samsara davana lalita lokam Tranaya karunya ghana ghana tvam Praptasya kalyana gunarnavasya Vande Guru Shri Charanaravindam Mahaprabhu Kirtana Nitya Gita Vaditramatyan Manashorasena Romanchakampa Shrutaranga Vajo Vande Guru Shri Charanaravindam Shri Vigraha Radhana Nitya Nana Ringartan Mandira Marjanado Yuktasya Bhaktam Sanayunjatopi Vande Guru Shri Charanaravindam Chaturvidha Shri Bhagavat Prasado Swadhana Triptam Hari Bhakta Sangha Kriptvaiva Triptim Bhajata Sadaiva Vande Guru Shri Charanaravindam Shri Radhika Madhava Yurapara Madhurya Leela Gunarupa Namna Pratikshana Dhanalulupasya Vande Guru Shri Charanaravindam Nikunjayu no rati keli sidhaye Yayali bhiryu tirapekshaniya तत्रादिदाक्षान्दतिवल्लभस्य वन्दे गुरो श्रीचरणारविन्दम् साक्षाधरित्वेन समस्तशास्त्रे युक्तस्ताव यत एव साध्वी किन्तु प्रभुर्य प्रिय एव तस्य वन्दे गुरो श्रीचरणारविन्दम् यस्य प्रसादा भगवत्प्रसादो यस्य प्रसादा न गति कुतोऽपि कायंस्तु वां तस्य यस्य श्रीसान्ध्यं वन्दे गुरो श्रीचरणारविन्दम् 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 प्रभुपाद 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 जय जय प्रभुपाद जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 जय जय प्रभुपाद निताय गौर हरि बोल निताय गौर हरि बोल श्रील प्रभुपाद की नमः विष्णुपदाय कृष्णप्रस्थाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी निति नामिने